Yay, there we go. Looks like we are in the clear. Hail, yes. Welcome back to UBW. Intermission. Well, to be fair, we're going to be doing intermissions anyway. We're doing day 6 of UBW. Oh, we're already halfway done. No, we're not. Not really. We're not quite halfway there. Halfway is about day 7, and things start ramping up after about day 7 or 8. Day 6. Faker. I am dreaming. Using the small connection like a blood vessel, I see a memory that I cannot reach. It is his memories. At the very least, it's not mine. This is someone else's story. So long ago that he doesn't even recall it. So old that he does not even try to recall it. It is so ancient that he cannot recall it. It is a heavy burden of a contract that has been established and cannot be withdrawn. It's not like he wanted something. If anything, he was the kind of guy who would not put up with anything. He could not put up with having people cry around him. He could not put up with having people get hurt around him. He could not put up with having people die around him. It's the only reason he had. And for that reason only, he tried to help everybody in his sight. He was clumsy, made up you worry if you were looking at him. But he would accomplish it in the end. And I think he changed a lot of people's lives. I'm sure his life was a happy one. His clumsy battles were not meaningless. He was able to save people proportionally to how much he got hurt and how many times he faced death. There's one pitfall there. I said everybody in his sight. But one can never look at oneself. So in the end, you cannot save the most important person of all, himself. I don't know how it ended up like that. No, it should be the other way around. It was a wonder that it didn't end up like this earlier. Anyway, it was a terrible disaster. A lot of people died, a lot of people were facing death. Something that could not be solved with his powers alone. Many battles in front of him, let me make a contract. I shall give my life after my death. I would like the compensation now. Yes, he made a contract with something as mysterious as the world, throwing away himself to save people. It is the birth of a hero. That's all. There's nothing after all. Even if he is called a hero, it doesn't change what he does. From the beginning, it was not his objective to be a hero, just that he needed the power of a hero in the process. But his end came rather quickly. An excellent savior is nothing but a nuisance for people that are not getting saved. He understands his own powers and the extent of the world. He accepts what can be saved and what cannot be saved. That's why he wanted to at least the people in his sight to be happy. A lot of people called it hypocrisy. Many despised it as an extreme value. The way he suddenly pursued his ideal was something he should have been proud of. But in the end, he met an uncompensated end, as the contract promised. He reaches the place. He had friends and a lover. He lost all of them. He was cornered by the ideal he pursued. He had no place to go. He was burdened with many voices of resentment, but still kept fighting. He knew of his fate, but he tried to perform miracles, using his fate as support. But that comes to an end. The place he reaches at the end is a hill of swords. His battle ends on the hill that's rusted, ownerless steel. Still alone, he smiles in satisfaction as he lets go of the sword. As if saying, there was nothing to regret. He was able to save everybody that came into his sight. My body feels heavy. My awakening comes with a headache. I wonder if it's because of the wound from yesterday. My right arm's still hurting. I murmur while getting up. It's past 6 o'clock. Crap. I should be making breakfast. From the futon change instantly. Fujin and Sakura have morning practice. They'll be leaving here at 6:30, so I won't make it unless I hurry. After I see them off, I drink tea with Saber. Time flies by. It's past 7 o'clock before I realize it. I'm going now. Take care while I'm gone, sir. Yes, please be careful. Yourself as well. Do not do anything reckless, even if you may be with me. I learned that yesterday. I'll ask for your help if you're going to go after anything. I wave goodbye and leave. The morning air is peaceful, but the place I am heading to isn't normal anymore. Alright. I get myself mentally ready as I go down the hill. Tosaga is acting like a master, so I should act like as one too. I get to class right on time. I greet people, I make my way to my... on my way. My eyes catch a glimpse of someone, and my mind goes blank. I don't need to think. Run straight to Shinji. Shinji? Hey, Emiya. What's going on? You look pretty dangerous. Did something happen to you while I was gone? Shut up. What did you do to Mitsuzuri? Mitsuzuri. Oh, Ayako. I heard she ran away. I heard that it rained this morning, so she was found in Shinto, huh? I don't know what's funny, but Shinji laughs. It looks like he's sneering at her. Don't play dumb. You were the last one who got talked to her. I'm asking you what you did to her then. You only chatted for her. More importantly, did you hear about it, Emiya? Ayako was fucked up in the back alley. It must have been rough. I heard her eyes were spaced out and her uniform was messed up. Well, I don't know what happened, but it's not something I can ignore, right? I'm kind of curious, but the conceited girl got trashed. Why the angry face? It's just a joke. Ayako's under care now, right? I think she's staying at her house now. Well, I guess it'll be harder for her once she comes back, because the rumor will spread by then. Shinji, are you saying that you told everyone at the Archer Range about this? Maybe. But all the first years, you know about it already. I hear the rumor's been flying around since yesterday. Clutch my fists. Did you go around and tell everyone such a story? Mitsuzuri's a girl. Everyone thinks she's strong, but she's still a girl. So no matter how strong he is, they'll destroy her if such a rumor is spreading. And he still spread the rumor in spite of that. He took a secret and spread it irresponsibly. Shinji, I grab his shoulder. Don't glare at me like that. I said I don't know anything about it. You'll regret if you hit me for selfish reasons. Shaking my hand off, Shinji goes to sit down. The homeroom bell rings. I can't stay standing when everyone's sitting down. I glare at Shinji one more time and head to my seat. Shinji, the jerk. The day ends. School's over, students head home one after the other. I could question Shinji, but I don't have any proof right now. Even if I told him about seeing him in the woods yesterday, it would amount to nothing if he tells me he just happened to be there. I have to find proof first. I don't know if he's a master or not, but I'm sure he has something to do with Mitsuzuri's case. How to identify a master? I can only strip them and look for command spell, huh? Well, I'm sure no master's going to allow me to do that. Almost time. Tosaga might know a good way. I get up. I promised Tosaga I'd meet her in the hallway after school. I get to Tosaga and look around the whole school. According to Tosaga, the bounded field has its foundation set up throughout the school. Tosaga has been searching and erasing them, but it seems they keep coming back, or new ones are created, preventing Tosaga from completely annihilating the bounded field. The bounded field is already set up. What I'm doing is weakening the effect. It's better than nothing, and I'm sure a master won't activate it until it's complete. That's the case according to her. Tosaga, can I ask you something? I call to Tosaga after she eliminates the mark on the rooftop. What? You still feel something strange on the rooftop? No. This is about a different matter. I don't feel anything strange here now. I can't feel anything. See, I guess we've erased all the active marks now. You can't sense magical energy, but you're really sensitive to abnormality in the air. I didn't think I'd be able to erase all the marks so fast. Tosaga's in a good mood. I'm happy I got her to be of help, but this is no time for that. Tosaga, can masters recognize other masters? Does their presence change even if their servant is in spirit form? No, but yes, you can identify a master if it hasn't done anything to hide it. All masters are mages, so you can find them by following magical energy. Additionally, they form a contract with a rare familiar called the Servant, so the magical energy will leak even if they hide it. You haven't noticed since you're slow, but I leave magical energy behind me. A mage would know right away that I'm a master. I'm sure that I can recognize another master if I see him or her. You didn't know I was a mage, what was that? What? You want me to say it? Nausicaa sounds mean now. I have a bad feeling about this. No, it's fine. I think I figured it out. Smart move. Well, that's how it is. There are people who have small amounts of magical energy that aren't mages. Mages only approve others as mages if they have more than a set amount of magical energy. Yep, I figured that out. Oh, then do you feel for me now? You haven't changed at all. I heard it was an incomplete summoning, so I bet the connection between you two is small, except for your healing wounds. Well, I guess that's possible since you're a special case. Then Shinji isn't a master. Even if I can't tell Tosaka can identify master. Tosaka should be able to feel the lingering magical energy if Shinji is a master with a servant. Oh, you say we have to look for masters. It should be easy once we start. We usually follow the trail of magical energy, right? That's not true. If they have an item that can hide their magical energy, nobody would find out about them. Well, I think items that can hide they are as large as a servant are rare. So I don't think any master has one. You can't detect a master even if he's close to you, if he has such an item. It would depend on what he has, but I think I'd be able to if I was going near him. Yes, yes, Jace. Backstating is 100% allowed if you... Basically, if a choice comes up, you guys can tell me what to pick. If I know it leads to bad end, I'll save early. Contract with a servant. Friction with the world can occur. If I can't identify a master even when I'm near him, it means that the master isn't using his servant. Well, I guess there are exceptions, but that'll be the case 9 times out of 10. We returned to the classroom. Even though we couldn't find any clues about other masters, it seems Tosaka is happy that we eliminated a lot of the marks. She said something about the anime coming out in the future because we were so active and whatnot. You're patient. You know how long it'll be before that happens, right? Really? A person who's out of the battlefield like this won't stay quiet if something like this happens. I'm guessing he or she will come up tomorrow. This person won't let the same thing happen twice. So that's how it is. Yep. Well, I have something to do, so I'll be going home now. I have to buy a lot of stuff in preparation for tomorrow. I'll see you tomorrow. Go home early today, okay? Go straight home. Oh, you're worrying about me. No, it just screws up my plans and my ally dies. I'm just making sure. That's like I says so quickly. Her panic is so unlike her, and it's obvious she's only hiding her embarrassment. I see. I'm beginning to understand more about Tosaka. Anyway, you're too defenseless, and so don't do careless things. I'm an exception, but other masters will kill you in a matter of seconds. Tosaka looks away and tries to leave. Seeing her leave, I suddenly... Tosaka, is Archer by your side? Remember something meaningless. He is. What, do you need to talk to him? No, I'm wondering if you two are getting along. Tosaka looks back at me in wonder at the sudden question. Then... Oh, I see. You don't need to worry. He's a good guy, even though he's rebellious. He's immature in spite of his looks. He's fun to be with. Saying so happily, Tosaka disappears down the stairs. Mitsuzuri's case might be affecting me, as I'm at the archer range before I know it. The range is far from the school building and seems deserted. Club activities are over, so there's nothing to find here. I guess I'll go home. I turn around and head to the gate. Between me and the gate is the asshole himself, as if to block my way. Hey, you're going home this late? Weren't all students supposed to go home immediately since it's getting dangerous recently? I don't think I can be calm facing Shinji here. I already know the most optimal way to read this game. Well, this book, game, thing. I'm good. But it'd be great. Ignore me, keep walking. I see. You're so tired you can't even greet your friend, eh? You're tired because you meddle with things like destroying the spells. His voice seems delighted. I jump back here, ready myself. Spell. If you're using that word then. I glare at Shinji. Yep, that's right. The battlefield that you thoroughly eliminated is a security measure I set up. If you destroy it like that, I'll be scared that I won't be able to come to school anymore. I see. So this is how stupid I am. I knew about it when I saw Shinji in the woods, but I rejected the idea simply because I'm unprepared for the truth. Hold on. Don't be a guard like that. Since that annoying Tosaka is gone, let's talk things over as men. As you know, I don't like fighting. Talk things over. You don't want to fight me? Of course not. I'm guessing you were forced to be a master of things as well, right? You weren't forced. Fuck you. It happened to be too. I was forced to be a master even though I'm not a mage, nor do I have the will to fight. Once again, bullshit. I'm trying to find a way to this fight without fighting anybody. That's why I have no intention of fighting you. I see. Then what's up with the bounded field? You're saying you don't fight even though there's such things set up? Are you stupid? That's for my protection. There's a pure mage named Tosaka at the school. She won't hesitate to fight. Since I'm not a mage, I had to set up protection for myself. The bounded field is set up with the purpose alone. I won't activate it as long as I don't get attacked. He's making sense. I don't know if Shinji is really a master or not, or how he became one. But I can trust his story. If Shinji says so, I should believe it. Before that, Shinji, are you the one who attacked the female student yesterday? I have to get this question answered. Oh, that? I couldn't help it. My servant's unmanageable. She attacks people if I let her be. I'm just a normal person, I'm not like Tosaka, so it's hard for me to get her to obey me. Then what happened yesterday is an accident. Your servant did it herself. Yes. I'll be careful from now on. I don't want to hide anything happening here either. I'll make sure the only thing she does is to protect me. You swear that's true, Shinji? Yeah. Why would I lie? I could have kept it a secret, but I told you about it. You were getting suspicious of me, right? I'll have to fight back if you attack me. So I came out with it before it happened. I don't want to fight anybody. I can't trust anything he says. But if Shinji thinks so, everything would work out. Alright, I'll believe you. But if you're not going to do anything, I won't do anything either. That's fine, Shinji? Good. You're understanding for once. That's not good enough. Can't you tell why I came here to talk? Shinji holds out his hand. So that means, do you want to cooperate with me anymore? I'm sure you don't. No, but the Imato family is a family of magi. Well, magic died on my father's generation, but we still have the knowledge. How does it sound? I'll be helpful to an inexperienced master like you, no? Mato line is a family of magi. Tosaka didn't say such a thing. No, she must have excluded him since magic died out in his father's generation, like he said. So, what do you say? We could survive through the Holy Grail War if we cooperate. We shouldn't even need to think about it. His hand is held out. Shinji's proposal isn't bad. It makes sense. It's a viable option. But, Shinji, does Sakura know you are a master? You really must be an amateur, I mean. Listen, a family of magic only teaches its secrets to the eldest son. Other children are to spare organs. It's meaningless to teach magic to such a thing. It's a waste of time. Jeez, a slow woman like her wouldn't be able to use magic. I'm the only one that inherited the secret. I see. That's really good. Sakura shouldn't get involved in all this. I want her to be smiling happily all the time. Shinji, if you won't do anything to me, I won't do anything to you. That's good enough, right? I see. You won't cooperate with me. We don't need to, right? If we're not going to fight, cooperation's meaningless. If you want to protect yourself, have the church take care of you until the Holy Grail War ends. You know that, right? Oh, what is this? Are you trying to win this war? I have no intention of fighting, but I'll fight anyone that attacks me, and I can't just ignore people that'll bring disaster to this town. And I won't kill people. But I have to see what the Holy Grail is. To do so, I have to survive until the end. I turn my back to Shinji. See, so you're going to fight no matter what. It has nothing to do with me, but you're not intending to involve Sakura in this, are you? There's no way I'll get her involved. You're going to hide this from her too, right? But of course, as her brother, I can't let her stay at a house with a guy who's going to fight. If you're going to fight, I won't let Sakura out of my place until the Holy Grail War ends. That's fine, right, Emiya? Shinji does have a point. As long as I'll be fighting, my house is in danger. Alright, I'll tell Sakura. Is that good enough for you, Shinji? Okay. I'm glad you're so caring. To be honest, I was scared if you were going to hold on to her hostage. But my problem is solved. I don't know what's funny, but Shinji laughs. It's because he's a rapist. That's all I have to say. I'm going home. Go ahead. Oh, but you know this is our secret, right? I came out with the secret since you're my friend. I don't know if you go tell someone about this. That must mean he'll activate the battlefield if I tell Tosaka about this. Yeah, I won't tell anyone. It's a different story if she finds out herself. I'm going to help her as much as I can. I won't stop her from fighting you if she finds out about you. So if you don't want to be found, don't do anything. I head to the gate for real. The school building is tinted by the setting sun. Shinji sees me off without a word. A status screen has been updated. Impossible! It's just Ryder getting Master's motto. It's Shinji. That's it. That's the only thing that was updated. There are only 2 sets of shoes at the entrance. Fujine and Saber's. I'm worried, so I'll go in the living room without saying I'm home. I go through the hallway with quick steps. As I expected, Sakura isn't in the living room. Moreover, there's a person that looks like Fujine doing something like cooking. Wait. Hold it. Does not compute. Oh, welcome, Moshiro. What's that surprise face? Did something happen? She must have been mixing flour. She puts the bowl down and she's been mixing onto the table. Yeah, I'm surprised. Everything's so different. Actually, I don't remember how many years since I last were doing something like cooking. Different? Oh, you must mean Sakura-chan. She went home. Someone from her house called her and said she had to go home. I see. So Shinji must have called her. It's needless to help, but I guess he wanted to take care of it as quickly as possible. Shinji-kun? Oh well. After tilting her head in question, Fujine goes back to the kitchen. I'm a bit curious. It's not completely dark yet, so I... Go for it! You have options that I don't believe will affect anything. I don't think. They're the equivalent of... I believe it doesn't matter. So if you wish to pick an option, I'll stop Fujine's wrongdoing before the sun sets. I'll go see how Sakura's doing before the sun sets, and I'll go tell Saber that I'm home before the sun sets. You may pick. If not, I know which one I'm picking. Because it's the one I have in my notes. We shall see in an eternity of despair. Oh, I've had drop frames. Only 193 of them, though. We're good. Hydration. The fuck Shinji gang. Yeah, I think we're very much in agreement there. Fuck Shinji. But specifically, which lovely option are we doing? Because none of them, sadly, are fuck Shinji. There's no one where it just says, like, the fourth option, punch Shinji. Like, punch Shinji before the sun sets. That'd be a great option, and I'd be 100% down for it. That is, unless you're massively behind me, which would be a little bit sad. I don't think so. More like you shouldn't be. Alright. We'll do the closest thing to fucking Shinji. And I was going where Sakura is. Yeah, I'll go check on Sakura before the sun sets. I'm going to take a walk. I don't know what's up with you, but I'll leave dinner up to you. Alright, take care. Dinner's gonna be delicious, Kanitama. Kanitama, huh? I guess even Fujine should be able to make that. I go up the hill tinted by the sun. Sunset is early during the winter. No fucking duh. I have to go to Sakura's house quickly and check up on her. Oh, Senpai. Why are you here at this time? Oh, I was just close by, so I thought I'd drop in. Just close by, huh? Alright, I'll say that's the case. My bewilderment must have been funny, as Sakura smiles. It's a big smile. It doesn't look like Shinji's forcing her. Sakura, I really don't have any business here, but where's Shinji? Is he home right now? Nisan? No, I don't think he's home yet. He's not home. And who called my house? Weren't you told to come back here by Shinji? No, Fujimura-sensei only told me I should go home with my grandfather's wedding. I see. But it's true that Shinji hasn't done anything to Sakura. Shinji's older brother. He would have never involved such a good sister in this battle between masters. Fuck Shinji. And there's nothing I have to tell her, so I don't involve her in this mess. Good. Sakura, you stop coming home for a while. It's your son, but I don't think I can go help you for a while. We look at each other dumbfounded. We stare at each other for about 10 seconds. It's a bit disappointing, but it relieves me to hear that from you. I was told to stay at home and not to go anywhere during the night for a while. Yeah, you're right. It's getting dangerous, so we should have done this earlier. Yes. I won't be able to go to your house for a while. It's disappointing, but it'll all go back to normal if I endure it for such a short while. So please see me at the archery club until then. Sakura bows and goes back into her house. I managed to make it back before dinner. An angry swordsman is waiting me at the entrance, and I told her what happened today, about how we eliminated the Battlefield School, much less like I was expecting a counterattack tomorrow. I don't tell her about Shinji. I don't want her to consider him an enemy until I figure out his true intentions. He's Shinji! Murder him! I understand. Then let us eat, Shiro. Taiga has made dinner and has been waiting. She must be hungry, as Saber quickly makes her way to the living room. I see. I haven't eaten anything since she's made since we were kids. I'm half scared and half looking forward to it. Man, who could have imagined that it was going to turn into such a disaster? It's time for dinner. Fujine's special Kanitama bowl is ready on the table. It is a simple dish where the rice is in the bowl and Kanitama is put on top of it. It looks like this yellow lid on the bowl, and honestly, doesn't look good. But it should make the rice taste better since it's in a bowl. It's like a katsu bowl or a teriyaki bowl. There's no way it can taste bad because the good taste of the ingredients seep into the rice. There's only one drawback, but that taste is simple. But that's a small price to pay. Itadakimasu. Alright, itadakimasu. Itadakimasu. I didn't know I had to say it 3 times. We bow and dig into our food. Then, the food isn't soft like Kanitama. It feels strange, like I'm eating a main dish. No way! We have an emergency! The Kanitama turned into something else in under a minute. This isn't an emergency or anything. This is more like Nokonomiyaki bowl. Hey, how did this happen? I made it just like I was told. Oh. Did the people at Fujimura family teach you how to make this? Yeah? I told them to be making a big omelet, so they gave me flour and other stuff. I wanted her to realize the mistake right then. I thought that being able to make an omelet was a function every human was born with. Kanitama is just a variant of an omelet. It was my mistake to assume Fujine couldn't mess up something simple like that. That's right, Fujine can't even cook an omelet. Shiro. Then, I hear a voice filled with Saber. Slowly turn to her. Shiro, this is hard to eat, even for me. Crap, it's hard to tell, but it seems Saber's bad. The hellish dinner ends, and it's time for a strategy meeting. But I've already reported to Saber about what happened today. Since it's likely there'll be a fight tomorrow, we should be preparing. Then we will not be going out tonight. No. It may be vexing for you, but sit tight tonight. I don't intend to fight either battles, and also we're not in a condition to be fighting freely. I'm an experienced master, and Saber has a limit to how many times she can fight, since I'm not giving her any magical energy. We can't be leisurely looking for masters in our situation. I understand. You certainly do have a point. It is not proactive, but we do need the utmost care for victory. But if you have the will to fight, we cannot spend time leisurely. If you are to stay here tonight, we should use this time to train. Saber stares at me. She does not need to tell me. I brought Saber to this dojo with that in mind. I know. Do you remember what happened last night? We trained a bit, since you told me I was slacking off for coming home late last night. That was a good lesson for me. No matter what I do, I can't beat someone I can't beat. I couldn't realize a simple thing until I fought. With that in mind, I think it's important to train. I don't know how effective it'll be, but I should be able to survive longer in battles if you train me hard. Then Shiro. Yeah, can you train me when we have the time? For today, that'll be until we go to bed. I take the shinai off the wall. It's 8 o'clock. There's still 4 hours until bedtime, so I'll train my heart out. Hold on, Saber. Stop, Saber. I feel my life in danger. Because Saber turns to me. What is it? It seems you would like to train readiness for battle, so I'm only answering your enthusiasm. She's obviously ready to kill me. So let us start our training, Shiro. I shall take up the dullness of you first. You should be alert. Something like tonight will never happen again. She is mad about dinner. What is that? That was Virginia's fault. And even though you complained, you ate all of it. Please do not make excuses. By the way, Shiro, I will tell you before you faint. That was not necessary. Please do not forget that. Oh. Saber disappears. Oh man. So I'll go through 4 hours of torture now, huh? Grudges over food sure are scary. Man, Saber never went easy on me. I get into my food. My body is covered in bruises and pain-killing patches, and I'm sure it'll be sore tomorrow. I'm tired. I take a breath. I trained my strengthening magic after Saber's training. I'm tired both physically and mentally. Saber and Fujine are sleeping in a room a bit far from here, but I don't care. I'm just tired. I'll sleep for now and prepare for tomorrow. Ha! 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 Come here. Like that's gonna happen. Am I dreaming? My mind's dozing off. My mind's asleep and I can't move a finger. Then this has to be a dream. It's a dark night. My ears are ringing. The feet are asleep, but I'm walking down the hill. It's cold. The winds are blowing on me since I'm in my pajamas. My body is freezing. This coldness is unlike Fuyuki City. The chill would be cold enough to wake me up if this were a dream. I walk through the empty town. The annoying sound won't stop. Ignoring my shivering body, my feet are moving towards somewhere. Oh. Try to scream and realize my throat frozen. This isn't a dream. This can't be a dream. My mind's still asleep. My limbs, they aren't following my orders, and they are walking on their own as if manipulated by something. Come here. Once more. Oh. This may be the destination. My feet are moving faster to reach up the stairs. Now, come here, boy. The ringing in my ears turns into a voice. No, that's wrong. The sound hasn't changed at all. It's always repeating the same thing over and over. Come. Come on. Come here now, boy. What fills my head is a female voice filled with magical energy. I see the mountain gate. Something on the other side, and if I cross the gate, I won't come out alive. I don't know what it is, but my dozing mind screams out for me to run away. Go back, go back, go back. Stop. You can make it. Wake up and go back. Wake up. And let me finish talking! Oh. My consciousness wakes up. My head clears and my will finally returns, but it's too late. My limbs don't obey me as they go through the mountain gate. The only certain thing is in my mind. My body won't listen to my will and walks into Ryudo Temple, following the voice. The temple is covered in darkness. In the center stands something with an inhuman magical energy. The figure wavers like a mirage. The shadow reminds me of death stripped off the darkness end. The figure becomes a witch, like the one seen in the fairy tale. Stop right there, boy. I will kill you if you come any closer. A sneering laugh. Sees my body is under her control. My feet, that never stop to freeze at her command. My consciousness wavers. My limbs still do not move, and an unknown enemy is standing before me. Yes, she is an enemy. I can be sure of that. She is a servant, a heroic spirit that excels in magic of all the 7 servants. Servant. Castor. I moved my throat, all my effort to glare at my enemy. Yes, that's right, boy. Welcome to my temple. I welcome you, Saber's master. Her cool voice is mocking me. But I'm powering my legs, but my body will not move. Damn. What the hell am I doing? I've been lured here, and on top of that, I can't move a muscle. I concentrate on my limbs with all my power. I don't know what kind of trick it is, but it has to be her magic that's restraining me. And then if I can extract her magical energy out of my body, you can free yourself. How cute of you. You're going to kill my spell with such a method. How naive. I concentrate all my will to search through my body. Cast this magical energy. The enemy magical energy that's inside me restraining my body. I look inside my body by keeping my eyes open. It's alright. It's nothing difficult if I'm calm. I identify the flow of magical energy every night. I just need to do. Been doing it if I cast this poison inside of me. Even if I can't get it out of my body, I can concentrate it to one of my limbs so that I can move the other 3. How can this be? Because magical energy is not mixed within me. The only poison-like element is a small point on my chest. But all of my body is acting abnormally. Not that there's something wrong with blood flowing in me. If there's something abnormal, it's not my blood, but the blood vessels themselves. It's like having my heart locked up. The red spot on my chest has to be Castor's magical energy. One cursed word taking away its body's authority. It means I was cursed when I was sleeping. Even if I was asleep, it should have been impossible for me to have been seized by magic cast from so far away. Magi have magic resistance. It uses the power to repel magic such as hypnotism, binding, and coercion. As long as one is a magus, one cannot be easily controlled by others. But you forget, you are shit. It's a fundamental law. Magi have magic circuits. The circuit in one's body does not make magical energy, but it can also repel external magical energy. Therefore, it is difficult to interfere with someone with a magic circuit. It is difficult even to control the magus several ranks lower than you. As the magic circuit repels external magical energy, magic is destroyed before it can be completed. For that reason, indirect intervention magic, such as hypnotism and binding, has a low success rate. Even if the target is not a magus, magic can be repelled unconsciously if the target has a magic circuit. From that point of view, an intervention of attacking with pure magical energy like Tosaka does, making a weapon in this world and attacking someone as a result, is a simple method. Physical impact works on everyone. It doesn't matter if the target's a magic circuit or not. People will bleed if they're cut with a knife. That's a situation strange. I'm sure I could be affected, but I have magic cast on me from close range. If I had met Castor before and she had cast coercion on me, she could have controlled me even at that distance. But I have not met Castor before, nor have I had a curse cast on me. This is our first meeting. Without moving from here, Castor casts a spell on a faraway Emiya house and control my body. The word witch pops into my head. If she can control Magic's body from a distance, a few kilometers, Does it not mean that Castor can control everyone in this town room here? Well, other than mages, yes. My spirit's weakened. Once the magic is complete, there's no way I can dispel it. I can't do anything unless Castor releases me or I get some outside help. You get it now. It is my magic that is binding you, not my magical energy. A completed magic cannot be washed away like water, like magical energy. It is just like solid and liquid. The solid does not crumble, even if the water is poured on it, right? The shadow steps closer to me. The bluish-purple robe melting in the night is smiling. But there are exceptions. For example, yes, the magic you people make is like mud buildings to me. I can wash it away with a violent water current, even if it make me salt. You understand? The difference between us is that correct? I see. That's why you brought me here. Yes, all the masters are weak, but you are the weakest by far. Your magic resistance is the same level as that of ordinary people in this town. It is only natural I would want to talk to such a master, you know. She smiles. She shows superiority as if I'm her prey. You are her prey. A chill runs through me. Don't lie about wanting to talk to me. She's ready to kill me at any moment. See? You're misunderstanding again. Don't worry. I can't suck up all your magic energy if I kill you. Everyone in this town is mine. I have to live. I have to give them every bit of their magical energy. Her laugh echoes in my ears. The missing piece fits inside my head. Did you just say suck up magical energy from the people in this town? Castor, you involve innocent people in this? Oh, you didn't know. I thought you already knew since you cooperated with that little girl. I see. You didn't know, huh? Castor smiles even more. It seems like she's pondering how to kill her prey. In that case, I shall tell you. I, Servant Castor, have the privilege to make territory. Magus has a workshop, right? Just like that. I constructed a temple in this place to protect myself. Fortunately, this land is unfavorable land for servants. It's excellent as my territory, and most of all, it's easy to collect magical energy from here. I couldn't hold back at first, since people only had small amounts of magical energy. But that I can collect pretty well now. You can see, right? Preserved magical energy, pieces of people, in this land collected from hundreds of people. Then, the incidents occurring in town are... Yes. I told you this is my temple, right? Then, is it not the people's duty to offer me sacrifices? The strange coma incidents in town. I thought there weren't too many victims, but she just said hundreds of people. When I strain my eyes, it looks like a swirl of magical energy in this place is made of more than 1,000 souls. Castor! I concentrate with all my will into my limbs. There's no change. Castor's standing there as if to make fun of me. Well, let us finish our conversation. It must be boring for you to stay like that as well. She whispers into my ear. At the same time, the enemy couldn't see fills my vision. Saber's master. I shall take that command spell from you. Saber's too valuable to have disappear. I shall have her defeat that annoying berserker. Castor raises her arm. Her fingers are going for my arm. Take my command spell? Is that possible? I think Tosuke said Wendy's pulled the nerves along with the command spell. That's right. I'll cut off your arm and transplant the command spell onto my master. But the command spell is one with the owner's magic circuit, so I'll take command spell means I will be taking out your nerves as well. Castor says so if nothing at all. But pull up my nerves. She'll cut off my arm and take all the nerves in my body with it. It's just that I'll... Yes, you should turn into a vegetable. But you can be assured that it won't take your life. I just put a power in my limbs, but they don't even twitch. My limbs won't move, and I'm like a prisoner about to be executed. A bewitching smile. The glowing fingers reach out my left hand like a crawling spider. Status screen updated. Interlude 6-1. Castor! Territory creation A creates the advantage when Magus enables the creation of a temple superior to a workshop. Tool creation A allows the creation of tools that carry magical energy. It even allows for the creation of immortal talisman, but the result is only an imitation. Alignment neutral evil. Height and weight that? Female? We don't know anything. High-speed divine language allows the activation of magic without a connection to magic circuit or incanting the spells. Even great magic can be activated with just a single action. It is a language from the age of gods, so modern humans cannot pronounce it. How long does it take to notice that something is wrong? She wakes up to a strange feeling and goes out into the hallway. Shiro. She first thinks the feeling might be coming from her master. It's because the strange feeling that comes from any of Shiro's room. Is he still training magic? The golden-haired girl, Saber, sighs. It's good that he's enthusiastic, but he will collapse unless he rests while he can. And when she decides to go warn him, she realizes her own mistake. She gasps, confirming it. The strange feeling has come from Shiro's room. Under the moonlight, a string, thin as her hair, runs through the darkness. The string is going into Shiro's room from outside. A thin string that even the battered field did not catch. If one to give praise to the one who pulled off such a thing, one also needs to give praise to Saber for noticing such a thing. There's no time to think. The girl turns into a knight and instead runs outside. She runs through the empty town. There's no hesitation in Saber as she runs. She knows where she must go. She only needs to follow the shrine, the beat of her master. The only thing she has to do is run as fast as she can. It makes no difference whether her destination is the enemy's territory, nor how many traps might await her. She has sworn to protect her master. Anything that might befall her is negligible. It is a mountain strained, vast amounts of magical energy. Ghosts of the dead are flying above like crows, and the trees are covered by invisible blood. The collected magical energy of the stolen souls remains here, and the mountain should consume anyone that may approach it. If there is such a thing as a place to die, this place was a perfect example. She goes without hesitation. She had no intention of stopping from the start. The place is hell. She has to save her master all the more. She runs up the stone stairs. Traps she had anticipated are locked there. The mountain gate is within her view, so she should be able to reach it. One more kick from her magical energy-filled legs. But her advance stops right there. No, it is stopped by the enemy. On the stairs leading to the mountain gate stands a servant. His name is Sasaki Kojiro. Servant assassin, the protector of Rito Temple, wielding the longsword Mono Hoshizayo. Saber's mind is disturbed as she readies her invisible air. Her master is on the other side of the mountain gate. That servant in front is way too strange. He reveals his true name willingly. He does not have a stance. His cruel enmity is transparent. She cannot figure out his power because of his transparency. She can see his power as a servant. Assassin is not a strong servant, so she should be able to defeat him. Her instincts are telling her something different. But she cannot beat him in a normal duel. I do not have any business with you. Move, assassin. She suppresses the strange unease and glares at Assassin. There's only one more step until they are both within range. Up or down. If either one moves, a fatal attack should be executed. Did you not hear me? I told you to move, assassin. Her final warning. The swordsman with a long sword responds to her words. I see. So you would like to pass this mountain gate, Saber. Her greed eyes glare at Assassin for asking such a foolish question. I must like the answer. The longsword dances through the night like Iznar. Then force your way through. You should hurry, or your master's life will be gone. He laughs in a cruel manner. Assassin. Saber charges reply. The longsword comes down at the same moment, and she repels it with her invisible sword. The clash of the swords echoes through the sun. Their powers are equal, but that is not an advantage for her. She's impatient. The enemy she must defeat. The defeat is a strong one, though would be hard to beat without any time constraints. Sure, please. She grits her teeth in praise. That opening, that excels part of her, is permeating her body. The battle does not end. The mountain gate is too far away. Interlude. Out. Caster extends her finger. Damn. I want to fight back, but my body will not move. My limbs cannot move freely, and my senses are being taken away. I'm sure she will eliminate me. Good boy, boy. If you were going to mourn that you became a master with such small skills. My body does not move and accept the finger of death. I resist the urge to close my eyes and keep glaring at Caster. Oh, you are a good boy. I like such good efforts. Caster sneers at my resistance and puts a finger on my command spell. Even my free will is numbing. My fading consciousness. Clang. I hear the sound of crashing swords through the side of the mountain gate. What kind of miracle is this? I hear tens of thousands cutting through the air. Numerous arrows pierce the ground in front of me. Caster instantly retreats, her robe fluttering behind her. There are arrows piercing the ground in front of Caster. 13 arrows were shot from above. They were probably all shot at the same time. I'm sure it would have gotten Caster. There had been one more arrow. The owner of the arrows is standing on top of the mountain gate. The knight in red jumps down ground empty-handed. I thought you'd be dead by now, but I guess you're pretty tenacious. The man, Archer, says so while standing in front of me, as if to protect me from Caster. You, why? I just happened to drop by. Don't worry about it. So, how was your body? I should have cut Caster's string with that attack. He says so, checking my hand. It moves. My frozen body has its freedom returned. Just one attack by Archer. It moves. Caster's binding is gone, but... That's good. Do what you want now. Or so I would like to say, but do not move if you want to be killed by her. If you move recklessly. Archer, what is Assassin doing? See, she'll take her anger out on you. A woman's fury is hard to control. Man, I think this will get rough. Archer laughs. I can't tell how serious he is. Well, don't get too mad, Caster. Assassin is fighting Saber right now. I do not know who that samurai is, but he is a strong swordsman to keep Saber at bay. Should you not praise him instead? Even though she is facing his enemy, there's no tension in Archer. Caster must have noticed this as well, as she regains her calm. Stop it with the ridiculous talk. You can call him a heroic spirit if he cannot stop you. He's not strong enough to be called a swordsman. Oh, you sound... Sorry, I said you're ally. So your masters must be cooperative. There's no other explanation to this situation than having two servants in the same place. Caster is staring at Archer silently. I can see her expression hidden behind the robe. It seems she's bewildered. Is it true, Archer? That Assassin's master and Caster are cooperating? Yes. Assassin is guarding the outside of the gate, and Caster is hiding behind the gate. Is it not obvious that they are cooperating? It's not rare for masters to team up. You and Rin are cooperating, to give an example. He is right, now that he mentions it. Then that means there are two masters here? I was wondering when you were going to say. Oh, you were so off, Archer. I was confident that two were allies. Yes, you are terribly wrong. Allies. I would cooperate with that dog. With the man that's under my control. Caster does not stop laughing. Her laugh is unsuitable, but the tense atmosphere disappears. In contrast, Archer is gritting his teeth. I sense something that did not hear before. So does Caster's enmity or the magical energy surrounding this place. For the first time since he came to this place, Archer is showing his enmity. Yes, your guess is correct, Archer. My master is not cooperating with anybody. And the same goes for Assassin's master. No, first of all, Assassin doesn't have a master. Assassin does not have a master. What does that mean? Every servant needs a master to exist. Weren't they supposed to disappear if they didn't have supply of magical energy from their master? Caster, you broke the rules. Of course not. I am broken the rules. Magi summoned the servants, right? Then what is wrong with Caster, a mage, summoning a servant? The witch in the black robe laughs. That means servant assassin is a rogue spirit summoned by Caster. A servant who controls a servant, huh? I see. That is why he is a fictional hero. As an assassin was summoned by an improper master, someone other than the proper assassin was summoned. I don't mind that. It doesn't concern me who the rogue spirit is, as I only need to defeat them. But I'm sure that is all in his judgment. Is it not? Let me ask you, how did you arrive to that conclusion, Archer? Oh, it's just a hunch. Masters are magi. So when a magi summons a familiar that is superior to him, I'm sure their relation isn't that of a servant of the master. It's natural for the master to be on his guard against a familiar of greater power. If I were your master, I would not give any freedom to a witch. There was no way for a Lao to just summon a servant that would only obey your orders. It seems you have some intelligence. Alright, I shall submit you to insult and deference for your cleverness. Caster stares at Archer as she laughs. There's only enmity between these two now. They are 7 meters apart. With the charge that Archer showed at the school, he should be able to slash Caster even before she can finish casting a spell. I understand. Saber, Lancer, and Rider have strong magic resistance. It is on a different level from this guy behind me. It is hard to affect them with magic, therefore you cannot match them, since you are a mage. And it's only natural for you to resort to tactics. You broke the rules to summon a servant assassin. You created your territory here, to collect the souls from people in this town. You don't fight yourself, merely observe the progress of the world. You go so far, so I assume you must be your master restrained. I'm sure he's a puppet like this stupid master behind me. She smiles. That sends a chill up my spine. She has not only collected magical energy from people in town, she is even treating her master as an object, like she treated me. Caster's dangerous. She's not pure threat like Berserker, but she is the most troublesome enemy, as she worsens the situation without showing herself. Yes, you're right, Archer. You're wrong if you think I would be no match for you. It's easy for me to win the Holy Grail war. I'm working hard because I am thinking about what comes after. I'm not working out a strategy to fear of you people. So you say it's easy to defeat us servants? Well said for a witch that only runs away. I did say so. I'm stronger than even you. Saber and Berserker aside, you shouldn't even be able to scratch me. You should be the one thinking about running away. I did forget the first time, but there will not be a second time. I will give you the appropriate punishment for calling me a witch. Cass's robe distorts. The magical energy in the air becomes a dense fog covers Cass's body. Within in front of him. This shall be interesting. So you say I can't even put a scratch on you? Archer murmurs in delight. Yes. You will not even be able to touch me. Black Shadow answers. The Red Knight laughs. Then I shall try once. If I cannot accomplish in one try, I'll entrust Saber with the task. He sprints like the wind to Caster. The Red Shadow runs. I don't know when he caught them, but in Archer's hands are two weapons, those twin swords. She's not allowed spellcasting. Archer closes in on Caster before she can even raise her hand. And she slashes Caster in half with his swords. The rope, cut in half, scatters to the wind. Archer appears disappointed, standing in front of an enemy he slashed so easily. It must be because it was so easy. She talked so big, yet she lost without even attacking him once. Anybody would lose their spirit. Archer's still holding onto his swords. His red clothing. His black and white short swords are beautiful, and they captivate me. This is strange. I'm not captivated by the swords. Those twin swords. They must be great swords with history, but I feel no malice from them. Noble phantasms are excellent weapons, so it's natural they are beautiful. If I could see Saber's sword, I bet it would be magnificent. But they are not like that. Fighting spirit that intends to beat others. Desire to be famous. Competitive spirits that try to beat another on a weapon. Faith to accomplish some great deed. Such a purpose found in famous swords as demonic swords. Not in these. They are made because someone wanted to make them. Unrefined twin swords made without a will, as if to question the meaning of a swordsmith. I think those swords are like that. Mirrored swords without vanity. Black and white. Strange swords that represent yin and yang. I'm captivated because their existence is just too beautiful. Caster's slashed body disappears. As Archer starts to put his weapon away after seeing it. Too bad, Archer. I did not think you were that weak. Cassie's voice echoes through the empty temple. Archer jumps. This is exactly what happened here a while ago. The light-speed bullets appear from the sky to pierce Archer. Archer knocks them down with his sword. No, this isn't like before. The ground is scorching red. Magical energy's small light is about 3 times my full magical energy. Even Archer would have his body blown away if he took a direct hit. Now, Archer has magic resistance. I'm pretty sure he has magic resistance. We can check. Look. Status. Archer. Oh, look. He has magic resistance. It's not very good magic resistance, but it's magic resistance. I look up. There's no moon, and a sea of clouds are drifting through the night sky. The black magic lights in the middle, as if raining over the heavens. It must be transportation of controlled matter. Either way, it seems that you could do close to sorcery in this territory. I have a better opinion of you now, Caster. Wow, no wonder you can talk big. Archer readies the swords and looks up at Caster. Really? Well, you've let me down, Archer. I tested you since I thought I'd come in handy, but you're below assassin if that's the result. Wow, that hurts. I can try to do better for the next time. Of course not. Fools do not get a second chance. You will die here, Archer. Dead. Archer starts off. He sprints to get away from Caster, to get out of this place. Do you think you can get away? Caster moves her wand. After the wand targets Archer, something ridiculous happens before him. Nobody can hear me say no way. Caster's attack is a rain without pause. The shooting lights are no different than a bombing raid. Each magic is a deadly attack, and Caster shooting them off like rain. I may be an amateur, but even I can understand how ridiculous this magic is. That's more like great magic. To activate it, one simple magic circle and a 10 count spell casting more than 10 verses. Because great magic is strong, casting it takes time. Normal magic would take about a minute to cast such a big magic. Even a magic would use high casting speed casting would take about 30 seconds or so. But she did it in an instant. She didn't even cast a spell. She just pointed her wand. She shoot up succession. I can't even think of someone who would compare to her. Fucked. He must have started huge amount of magical energy shooting as many A-rank spells in succession. He must not be able to avoid them, but as he runs while deflecting them with his swords. Archer tries to run out of the temple, but he changes his course immediately. You idiot! How long are you going to just stand there? Archer charges to me with a scary expression. That makes me realize the place of standing isn't safe at all now. I'm already in the range of shooting knights. Damn, why do you have to do such a thing? Archer comes to me. The instant I try to avoid him, I jump back. My body is flying through the air. I try to shake them off as a reflex. I can't believe it. Archer's running while carrying me. Let me down, you idiot. What the hell are you thinking? I don't know. Just shut up, you idiot. I'll get a headache thinking about how stupid I am. If you tell me about it. Idiot. You know you're an idiot. You can still call me an idiot, you idiot. Are you a kid or something? You can't be helped, kid. It's stupid. At least pick one, you idiot. Archer must be frantic, as his words make no sense. I've been saved by him, but I just can't accept it. Just let go of me. I can take care of myself. I don't need your help. No more than that. I can't stand to be a burden. Archer should be able to escape by now if he was by himself. But the exit is farther now than he can be saved. He must be an easy target for Caster to shoot above us. Archer, are you listening? I see. Then I guess I don't need to hold back. Archer suddenly kicks me to the side. God. My body hits the ground. He must be kicked me so hard I fly at least 5 meters. I bear my pain and get back up. Archer has stopped. The shooting lights have stopped as well. The only thing here is freezing air. Finally noticed. Archer's surroundings have stopped, as if everything is frozen. How do you feel, Archer? Even a knight cannot move in a space itself is frozen, right? Castor sounds as if she's already won. Archer does not move at all. Maybe he can't even talk. I guess this is it. Saber's outside, so I don't have time to waste on you. I don't know which hero you were, but this is goodbye for you. Castor raises her left arm, her hand shooting the bullet of light. But right before that, Archer remembers something. What is it? If you were begging for your life, it meant to... I said, Castor. He sounds irritated. I'll try to catch his breath. Idiot! I said dodge it, Castor! Archer jumps as he yells. He must have broken frozen space with his powers. Archer disappears from your vision, leaving a sound of breaking glass behind him. What are you... Castor is perplexed by Archer's scream, and to the right and left of her, a waiting backlight aiming for Castor. Castor's robe is cut off. It must be because Castor has reacted to Archer's yell. She manages to narrowly avoid the attacks. It does not need to be said, but the things attacking her are Archer's twin swords. In that instant, Archer threw his sword right before he kicked me and fell into Castor's spell. The swords made an arc and attacked Castor in the sky. As expected of Archer, huh? Wait, where is he? I'm speechless for sure this time. It must be the same for Castor. The knight in red is over Castor in a checkmate. He has his knee on the ground, readying his bow towards the sky. His target is Castor, and the arrow on it is a demonic sword that shot Berserker. I am the bone of my sword. Archer's voice shakes the air. Castor casts a spell in a rush. Seeing it, Kaladabog. Archer shoots his arrow. Is that his noble phantasm? The arrow that distorts space itself. Castor's moaning fills the air. The storm-like arrow has easily penetrated Castor's defense. Guessing from the distortion in space, I bet Castor would have been twisted along with the space itself, even if Castor had transported herself. But Castor's still alive. Her black robe is scattered, her body is underneath the robe is cut up. Castor is using her magical energy to heal herself, but I'm sure she would have died instantly if it were a direct hit. That's right. Archer's arrow did not hit her. The arrow was shot into space far from Castor. She had protection destroyed by the after effect. The arrow missed. No, that's wrong. It did not miss, it missed on purpose. I don't know what his intentions are, but it was a big chance. And Archer missed Castor on purpose. Silence returned to the temple. In front of me are Archer and Castor, who's glaring at Archer. It must have been a lot for him, as I only feel weak magical energy from Archer now. That goes for Castor as well. Even though it did not hit her, Archer's shot has taken away most of Castor's body and her magical energy. Even if there's a big pool of magical energy here, it's meaningless if what collects the energy Castor is damaged. Castor comes down without spirit. She managed to form her body, but there's nothing inside. It should be possible for her to continue fighting. Castor watches us breathing heavily. I don't know why, but she's looking at both the servant brought down her and me. Archer, why did you not hit me with that shot? He asks in a weak voice. Archer shrugs us as if saying the question is a wonder itself. Well, I told you I'd only try once. My first attack was avoided. Everything else was unnecessary. Or what? Did you want me to break my promise and hit you? He said such a ridiculous thing. Then you had no intention of killing me? I only responded to your provocation. My objective is the man over there. I didn't intend to fight another servant. He certainly did not have any will to fight from the beginning. I see. It doesn't look like you came here to fight me, Castor. No. It's just the chicken over there. I try to avoid meaningless battles. I'll use my sword at perfect opportunity, and only when I can swear it's a sure kill. I don't like killing meaninglessly. It's so funny. Castor laughs at the bottom of her heart. I see. Then you two are alike. Huh? We reply in unison. Alike, me and Archer. What makes her say that? Am I wrong? You both do not like me killing me, right? That boy over there cannot stand a servant like me who feeds on innocent people. You don't like meaningless killings. See? It's exactly the same. So not why you two are cooperating. Idiot! How can I reach that conclusion? Who would ally with such a guy? I feel the same way. You're both pacifists, but our principles are different. It's my principle to take care of problems early on, and not ponder forever like this man. What do you mean, pacifist? I still remember. You shot at Saber along with Berserker, even though you were hiding in a safe place while Saber was fighting. You couldn't be helped. You were not cooperating back then. It's just that defeating Berserker came before Saber's safety. Or what? Don't tell me to save everyone I see. If that's the case, Berserker would have been saved as well, and I would not have been able to fight him. We glare at one another. Man, I just can't get along with him. Why does everything he say get on my nerves? Then, Castor laughs, even more seeing us like this. I like you two. Your powers and how you two exist are rare. It'd be disappointing to make you two my enemies. I tilt my head in wonder. Archer looks away from me and glares at Castor. Hold on. What do you want to say? Do not tell. I'm telling you to ally with me. I can provide you two with better partners. I can give you Boy, a servant superior to Saber. I can give you Archer, a contract with a magic superior to your master. My mind freezes. I question her sanity for asking such a question. It can't be a bad proposal. I told you two that I'm prepared to end this war, and winning is easy. How about it? Should you not cooperate with me, you want to survive. I don't even need to think about it. I decided to fight. I want to stop people like her who would involve innocent people, so I can never accept her offer. I refuse. I won't ally with a witch like you. I declare so. This is the natural response. I can't cooperate with this servant. More than anything, we won't betray our partners. I'll be fighting with Saber and Archer. We'll not do anything to betray Tosaka. Wait, why is he silent? Hey Archer. I refuse. There's no reason for me to need your power. Before anything, your territory is too weak. No matter how strong it may be, it is still not stronger than Berserker. It is not good condition to accept your offer. I sighed with relief. I had a bad feeling, but he's not like that. I hate him, but he's still firm on his beliefs. You see, there is no negotiation. No, but I have no intention of fighting you here. It's by my own choice that I'm here. It's in my master's order. There's no reason for me to defeat you. How about we call this a draw? I doubt my own ears. Did he just say he'd let Castor go? That's unexpected. Your master was after me, right? So you're saying you will let me go? Yes. I don't care how many people you kill here. It's something I'll ignore. Oh, how terrible of you. You think poison has its uses. My master isn't that enthusiastic about killing other masters. So it'll help me if you kill other masters. We can settle our match after that. Castor must have accepted as she turns around. Hold on, Castor! Grunted Castor, who has disappeared. But Archer stops me. Oh, you stupid. You'll surely die if you follow her. He sounds calm. It's true that I want to vomit from anger. Stop. Castor's black robe flutters in the wind and disappears. Castor has disappeared. Only Archer and I remain here. His figure just gets on my nerves. Archer has saved me twice already. Also, we had the weapon increase. Kaladabulg 2. This is a demonic sword, possessed by the hero of Ireland, Fergus, but, as the tune name suggests, it is a different weapon from Fergus's sword, and Archer has applied improvements particular to himself. As a noble phantom, considered a natural enemy of Cuckoo Lane, the great hero of Celtic myth. If the wielder is Ulsterborn, QQ Lane has the duty to be defeated once by the sword due to his gaze. Archer has saved me twice already. Castor would have taken my command spell without him, and I'm sure he would have died from that ray of light. But this is different. I can't forgive him for letting Castor go. Archer, why did you let Castor go? It's because now is not the time to fight her. Even if I did attack her, you would have just gotten away. Don't tell me you did not see her teleport. That's certainly true. Wouldn't have been able to cast her if she wanted to get away. After all, this is her territory. It's that witch. Even if she may have been weak, I'm sure she had at least one or two more tricks up left up her sleeve. Seems you understand now. If we want to defeat Castor, we have to defeat her master. Even if she could teleport away, she will eventually disappear if we defeat her master. Going after the master and not the servant. That's the correct and safest approach to the Holy Grail War. I know that, but you're going to let her get away. The incidents in town are all her doing. There will be no more victims until we stop Castor. I can't ignore her and let her be. Why? It's not something that is harmful to you. Actually, I would like for it to continue. Castor will keep sucking up magical energy, eventually defeat Berserker. We can defeat Castor after that. Rin and I can defeat Castor, but not Berserker. I'll let Castor do what she wishes until she defeats Berserker. My head heats up. I get so pissed off I want to punch Archer. Don't get ridiculous. Tozuka won't do such a thing. You're right. That's why I want Castor to do so as fast as possible. We can't avoid fighting if Rin finds Castor. It would be ideal if Castor can defeat Berserker right before that happens. I don't know how many people sacrifice, but it should be cheap if Berserker can be defeated. Humans die anyway. It will not change the ultimate result no matter how they die. Castor's too reserved. Should not only take the magical energy, but their lives as well. It'll be easier for me to fight if everybody in this town dies. My master's too optimistic. If that happens, I'm sure she'll do anything to win. The knight in red states with a smile. He says it with delight, that the people here are only a bother. He's saying the same thing Castor said. Oh, I think you know Rin's the type to be concerned for formality. She's a great, but she's not dirty enough as a master. I wouldn't be troubled if she would be more like Castor. I punch at Archer's face. Of course it does not hit Archer, who avoids it without trouble. What are you doing? I thought we were cooperating. Shut up! I'm not like you. I can't sacrifice people around me to win. I feel the same way, Miyashiro. But you cannot save everyone. For example, the damage will extend beyond this town if Castor obtains the Holy Grail. That goes for Iliasfil and the other masters. As far as I know, you and Rin are the only masters that will not use the Holy Grail for your own good. Therefore, there will be more victims unless we win the Holy Grail War. In that case, we will sacrifice the people in this town for our benefit. It will be exactly as you want if the damage is reduced as a result. My head is numb. He doesn't even tell me about that. One cannot save everyone. Kiritsugu always said that. So I shouldn't feel anything even if he says so. But it just pisses me off. You said you do not want to involve innocent people. Then accept it. Nobody can say it if you try to save everyone. As Castor said, we are similar. Unfortunately, we would have to cooperate if we do not want any victims. No, I won't cooperate with you. I will never accept you. See, you only trust Rin after all. I turn my back to Archer. I am different from him. If I can't ignore Castor, the only thing I need to do. Don't tell me you'll go after Castor. I ignore him and keep walking. I'm headed inside the temple. Since this is Castor's territory, her workshop has to be inside the temple somewhere. I can't believe it. You cannot match Castor by yourself. You should stop if you don't want to die. Archer follows me, as if he has more to say. You're going to throw your way that I've saved? I don't mind, but at least thank me before you die. I helped you out of kindness. I won't ask you to treat your savior, but at least thank me like a friend. Man, he's on my nerves. Shut up. I won't feel any friendship towards you. Let's go back to Tosaki's place. I won't ask for your help if you offer it to me. I look away and walk towards the temple again. There. I see. Good thing you don't like me. A chilling attempt to kill comes from behind me. What? I jump back as I turn around. At the same time, Archer swings his sword. I'm cut at my shoulder. Blood comes flowing out. My consciousness will fade away if I let my guard down. The pain is so sharp it feels like my body is burning. I do love how this entire thing would just not have happened if basically Shiro just went, you know what, I agree with you, Archer, and just walked away. Boom, done, no problems. The end of story. It's not to run away. I just don't have any power, so my feet move, try to keep my body upright. I missed, huh? Must have been a mistake letting you out of my attempt to kill. Or it must have been your cleverness in jumping back instantly. Well, I don't care either way. Archer walks towards me with the sword wet in my blood. I'll be killed. I feel that I'll be killed, so I move my feet at desperation. The temple's exit. I slowly retreat, trying to make my way to the mountain gate. You must know this is a fatal wound. Archer walks toward me without hurry. My mind's fading. I don't know what I'm doing. I don't know why I'm heading to the mountain gate. I don't know why I was attacked. My mind is flowing with my blood. Maybe I'm still conscious because the sword he's holding. The white short sword. Plain swords captivating to my eyes. They are stopping me from closing them. But it comes to an end. The mountain gate is behind me when I realize, even though the steps are somewhere behind me, I can't even turn around. It's because Archer will slash Emiyashiro's body in half the moment I turn my back. This is it. Since you do not have a reason to fight, die here. Raises his sword. The white yin sword is raised like a guillotine. Reason to fight. That's right. The only hypocrisy for you to fight for someone else, not yourself. You only wish for peace, not victory. Such a thing does not exist anywhere in this world. I oppose Archer's words, but with a fading consciousness. My body and mind are ready to disappear. Farewell. Drown in your ideals and die. His voice is filled with hatred. He swings the yin sword, Bakuya. He aims for the wound on my shoulder to cut my body for sure this time. But right before that, I want to oppose him so much that I jump backwards. This rush through the air. My body flies through the air. Bottomless darkness is behind me. A huge impact. With that, my body rolls down the stairs. What is this? I hear an unfamiliar voice. Shiro. I also hear a familiar voice. Saber. My vision is almost gone. I try to lift my body and fall onto the steps. Please hold on, Shiro. You are pushed down the steps. With this wound? Is it Saber? Saber supports my body while she's talking with urgency. But that's bad. I don't know who it is, but there's another servant here. She'll get attacked without being able to defend if she's so worried about it. It's fine, Saber. Be quiet. We'll still make it. With your killing powers, you return home right away. She must have realized after saying that much. Saber turns back to the servant, still supporting me. Assassin, why did you not attack me? That would be too rude. Nobody can pick a flower that only appears for an instant. Saber tilts her head as if wondering, unable to understand her enemy's intention. I was charmed by your face, and your fighting face is nice. But your tense face is beautiful as well. I had to admire it. Is it a kimono? The traditionally dressed servant turns his back. This is enough for tonight. Leave, Saber. Are you letting us go, Assassin? Yes. We promise to continue this battle someday. But we'll let you go. You cannot fight in satisfaction of this. That is not my wish. Saber glances at Assassin. An assassin stares calmly at Saber. The breathtaking stare down continues for less than 10 seconds. I understand, Assassin. I shall settle this match someday. That is a good response. I will be waiting, King of Knights. Saber goes down the steps with me in her arms, but I see the knight in red running down the mountain, determined to not let me go.
Archer.
Archer! Saber says so in wonder. He said that he would kill me, only when he swears to kill. Then there's no way Archer will let me go. If he used his sword to kill me, I'm sure he will kill me here no matter what. His red robe flutters like a wing. It does not matter if Saber's here or not. Archer jumps down and slashes his sword at me. A sword clash. The sword that attacks at lightning speed. Intercepting blade parries Archer's attack and goes for his neck. Assassin, you... Archer twists his body and lands back down. The knight in red cannot come down the steps, being blocked by the servants of Komono. Are you going to get in my way, samurai? Archer readies his twin swords to face his servant assassin. Archer readies his sword as if nothing has happened. That is my line. Are you going to get in my way when I have told them I would let them go? He says so with delight. I don't know what he's thinking, but he must really be letting us go. In any event, my role is to guard the gate. I won't let you through alive, nor will I let you out alive. I let you go in. Go on your way in, but it is a return your way out. Your head is not elegant, but I shall accept it for tonight. His intent to kill leaks out. Assassin's intent to kill is sharp as his longsword. It is not overbearing like the ones Archer and Saber have, but an enmity sharpened to the extreme, going for the enemy's neck. Well said. A mere tool of Castor could not even hurt Saber is going to fight me. That goes for you as well. I sent you. Surprise that fox. But I am disappointed that you came back for your own safety. They only confront each other for a short while. They attack each other with amazing techniques. I am fascinated by the scene. To be honest, I can't understand Assassin's technique. Given my experienced eyes, it's way too fast and too sharp. That's why I'm fascinated by his technique. The dancing twin sword. Archers defending Assassin's incomprehensible attacks with a technique that I might be able to apply. To be honest, you could say I admire it. He's fighting off Assassin's demonic techniques only trained by his will and not his natural talent. Yeah, it's natural that he's strong. Frank, unlike Tosaka or Sweet. All the training he went through says he's not extraordinary. He probably had nothing. That's why he took the small things he had, trained old might, and got to that level. Sure, let us go now. You have to treat your body. And come back to reality with Saber's voice. We leave the Ryudo Temple with Saber carrying me. The clashing of assassin and archer can be heard behind us. My wound is almost healed by the time we get back. Saber's self-healing powers might be flowing into you since you're connected with her. Tosaka's guess might be right, as my wounds go faster when Saber's touching me. But what happened, Shiro? Saber demands an explanation. We get to the dojo. And my wounds getting changed. I try to tell it all the important things. How I was controlled by Castor and went to the temple. The relationship between Castor and the Koma incidents happening in town. How Archer came to save me when my command spell was about to be taken away. And how Archer tried to kill me in the end. Saber is pondering something. I'm sure she wants to organize her in her head before so many things occurred in one night. See, and Archer let Castor go. Yes, they let her go. The worst guy ever. He's not any different from Castor, he's using Castor to win. It pisses me off again now that I recall it. Damn, I should have punched him in the face back then. Then, Saber has a weird expression. Saber, why are you smiling? Well, I just thought it's rare for you to insult someone. I've only been with you for a few days, but I understand you are not one to insult others. As she's mentioned it, I contemplate my immature actions for complaining, but I can't help it. Or just said things that deserve it. Most of all, he insulted his own partner, Tosaka. Yes, but Shiro, I'd like to ask you something. Are you angry at Archer's betrayal? It seems you are not mad at Archer for attacking you. Oh yeah. The fact that Archer tried to kill me would be betrayal. But that's... no, it doesn't mean that he betrayed me. I haven't made any promises with him from the beginning. So it's fair even if he attacked me. That is true, but jeez, you're a mystery to me. She said so in utter amazement. But I think there is some friendliness in her tone. I feel the same way as you should. You cannot let Castor be. Archer is not cruel. Wait, what part of the conversation are you listening to? Everything. Based on what I've heard, I'm saying I have the same opinion as you. It is so to speak as a clear stream. He must not have had any evil in mind. I believe his dance-like techniques indicate his character. I like it even less now. Something's wrong with Saber to praise him. First of all, Arch's technique is... Oh. No, I was crazy back then. He's like yogurt with Spire compared to Saber. What are you saying? His technique is nothing. He couldn't kill even when he attacked me by surprise. How could he call himself a servant like that? It's because you have talent as well, Shiro. You should be able to be as good as Archer. You trained for a long time. I can't object with Saber says so with a face like that. Anyway, it seems Saber approves of Archer's technique. I don't know why, but I don't like that fact. Saber, you said I have talent, right? Yes. You'll be a good fighter if you train for a long time. I decided. Teach me stuff as soon as my wound heals. Not how to survive, but how to fight. I held Saber's hand, stared her directly in her eyes. I don't mind if you say so. Alright, I have no complaints if Saber can teach me. I won't make the same mistake I made tonight. It's not like me to keep running away. And more than anything, I cannot lose to that guy who said we need more victims in order to reduce the number of victims. Day 7. Ghost World. We're not doing this yet. We have a status screen. Book. Mind's Eye True. Insight fostered by training. A combat logic that only applies to calmly analysis of strategy and the enemy's ability in spite of danger, and the consideration of all possible actions in a particular situation. If there's a 1% chance of a comeback, this ability greatly improves the chance of success. Yeah, Mind's Eye Fake. Basically, the difference between Mind's Eye, True, and Fake. Fake is simply, it's a sixth sense or instinct, while True is they trained for it. They ingrain themselves into it. You can also get false by just getting it given to you. So it's just some nice things. We don't have any real information about Castor. But we have some stuff about Assassin. His presence concealment, no real details. Though they probably should have given us details, because they did technically give us his true name in the interlude. But I guess if you think about it, Shiro doesn't know anything about it. So, that makes sense. Just save. Once again, there was no active, real crazy stuff to happen, which is nice. I like when that happens. It makes it very straightforward. Yeah. Well, it's the end of the stream because I do a day at a time, and I need more water. So everyone have a good night.